Parents, welcome to Science with these scientists. We have been working on our second mystery, and the mystery is, why is there sand at the beach? And we did an experiment today, and I'm gonna ask, hey Lucas, what did we find out? Where does the sand come from?
The mountains.
It actually comes from the mountains, and when it starts out, what is it?
Big boulders.
Big boulders. And then wind and rain and things like that happen. And what happens to the boulders? They what?
It gets smaller and smaller.
What makes them smaller though?
The rocks crashing into it.
The rocks crash into each other, and as they crash into each other, they get smaller. That's right. And then we know mountains from our last experiment. What do we know starts? Rivers flow. Exactly. So when the rocks go into the river and that water's rushing up in those mountains, what happens again?
It keeps getting smaller.
It keeps getting smaller. So we did an experiment today to show that. So at the top of the mountain, we had big boulders, and then we had a timer when a rainstorm happened. And then it was like the rocks were crashing into each other, and these kids ripped them in half, and then we kept ripping them in half as the rain happened. And finally, they ended up on the beach. All right, now you guys, there was a word that we heard about. It starts with erosion. Erosion, yes. And this mystery is leading us into our next mystery, where we'll be talking about more erosion. We have discovered what word?
Erosion.
What word?
Erosion.
Now you guys, I have to just brag on these kids for a minute, because we were like right smack in the middle of this, and all of a sudden, what happened?
A fire drill.
A fire drill, exactly. So these kids, we just, hit timeout on the erosion and came back to it, and they just still know all about it. So be sure and ask them today. Oh, and there was a beach in California where the sand was what?
Rainbow!
Purple! Oh, exactly. Well, we found out about one in Australia that is rainbow also. The one in California was purple. So in that, the purple sand was a result of what kind of mountains? Purple mountains, that's right. So different colored rock and different colored mountains. All right, can everybody give a wave to your family? Over and